Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Harihi Om. Flashes of inspiration from the Upanishads. Uddālaka Maharshi finally reveals what really happens when you die. Tasya kva moolam syadanyatradbhyodbhihi somya shungena tejo moolamanvichha tejasa somya shungena sanmoolamanvichha sanmoolaha somyemaha sarvaha prajaha sadayatanaha satpratishtha yathanu khalu somye mastistro devataha purusham prapya trivrudekaika bhavati taduktum purastadeva bhavatyasya somya purushasya prayato vang manasi sampajyate manaha prano pranastejasi tejah purasyam devatayam. Brace yourself for the most profound revelation ever shared. Uddālaka Maharshi was about to unleash the ultimate truth about existence and death. Where else could the root possibly be, my beloved son? The legendary Uddālaka Maharshi asked with overwhelming intensity. It must be water. But this was just the beginning of an earth-shattering journey that would blow your mind beyond imagination. Listen carefully. Uddālaka Maharshi thundered with divine authority. With water as your sprout, heat becomes the mighty root. But even heat itself has a root. And that root is being itself. Can you feel the incredible power building up in this life-changing revelation? Every single layer was more profound and more earth-shattering than the last one. The wise Rishi continued with electrifying passion. Every creature in this universe, every plant, every animal, and every human being has being as their ultimate root, their eternal home, their divine support. This was not just philosophy. This was pure cosmic truth that connects every living thing to the infinite source of existence. We are not separate, isolated beings struggling alone. We are all magnificent expressions of the same divine being. But then Uddālaka Maharshi dropped the ultimate bombshell that would shake Svetaketu to his core. My dear son, you have learned how each of these three divine forces becomes threefold within every human being. But now, prepare yourself for the most important truth of all. The atmosphere grew electric with anticipation. What could possibly be more powerful than everything they had already discovered? When a person is dying, the masterful teacher began with breathtaking solemnity. Something absolutely incredible happens that most people never ever understand. Here comes the most mind-blowing revelation ever shared about the sacred process of death. First of all, the dying person's voice dissolves into their mind. Can you imagine this? All the words they have ever spoken, all their expressions, all their communications, everything merges back into the mind. But that's not all. Uddālaka's voice crescended with overwhelming power. Next, the mind itself dissolves into the breath. Every thought, every emotion, every memory, all of it flows back into the sacred breath. The intensity was building to something absolutely earth-shattering. Then, my dear son, the breath itself dissolves into heat. All that life force, all that vital energy, it transforms into pure heat energy. But the final revelation was the most spectacular of all. And finally, that heat dissolves into the highest divinity itself. Boom! There it was, the ultimate truth about what happens when we die. We do not just disappear, we return to our source in the most magnificent, systematic way imaginable. From the voice to the mind, from there to the breath, and finally to the heat, and from there, highest divinity. This ancient wisdom reveals that death is not an ending. Death is a sacred journey home. Every human being follows this exact same divine path back to the infinite source that created them. Think about the profound implications. Every word you speak, every thought you think, every breath you take, they are all temporarily borrowed from the cosmic source and will eventually return to their divine origin. This life-changing knowledge completely transforms how you understand your own existence. You are not just a random collection of body parts. You are a temporary manifestation of the eternal, infinite being itself. The ancient rishis understood something that modern science is still struggling to comprehend. That consciousness and life force follow specific, predictable patterns as they transition from individual expression back to universal source. This revolutionary teaching has the incredible power to eliminate your fear of death and help you understand your true divine nature. When you truly grasp this cosmic process, everything else changes. But here's the question that will transform your entire perspective on life and death. If we all return to the same highest divinity, what does that mean about who you really are right now? Do not miss next week's episode to unravel this mystery and dive even deep and deeper into the ultimate secrets of existence. Do subscribe to Energy Circle's VSP 1080 channel. Mitraya Namaha.